once more for the final set of matches. The Women's Racing League November event is looking to close out its day number one. And with me and Valen, we have seen a lot of misfortune, we've seen a lot of triumphs, we've seen a lot of interesting happenings on the tracks, and it now culminates towards the final chance for 4 teams still to qualify for day number two for tomorrow. And it is a rematch between Fairy Tale and Lilies, but Equinox will face Big Bonkers as well. So all to look out for what is to come.
Yes. Maybe we can put the bracket up on screen one more time. I do love my brackets, you guys. I'm sorry. I love my brackets. Of course, we are playing now for the honor of playing tomorrow's matches. Fairy Tales versus Lilies. One of those we're going to say goodbye to, and Equinox Big Bonkers. Equally, one of those will not make it to tomorrow. And could you put up the tomorrow screen as well?
Of course, here we have already updated with Meow and Birds of Prey.
Exactly. Of course, we have Meow and Birds of Prey. They are going to battle it out in the upper bracket final. That match is tomorrow at 7 CET. Not CEST. There you go.
I haven't changed that.
We're in the winter. That's all good.
We'll quickly do a bit of on-the-spot editing.
A little bit of editing. Meow and Birds of Prey. Of course, the one who loses that match will not be out yet. They will go to the lower bracket final, where they will face the winner of the lower bracket semifinal. So tomorrow, 3 rounds of matches, and it's going to be a good one. Right now, we're going to be battling for that spot in that final tomorrow. So, Fairy Tale versus Lilies and Equinox versus Big Bonkers. What are your thoughts?
Well, as we go back to our point of view, I mean, as I said already before, I think the only thing I was wrong about was the fact that Fairy Tale didn't make it to the tomorrow. That was just me being optimistically biased. But either way, still, it sounded like from what we've seen and stuff, still a close match, even if it was a 2-0. There was an overtime in that match. So definitely they were throwing hands in that match. So I'm looking forward to what we will get in their next encounter. But I do believe now Lilies are looking to get revenge. That is basically what it is about. They know what they've been playing. They know sort of what they picked last time. Will they differ? We didn't see that match from the first round, so we sort of get a possibility to see sort of a replay of that. Hopefully, Lilies are hoping not the same result. But for Fairy Tale, they would be like, yeah, gladly take a 2-0 and
do that again. Yeah, exactly.
It's just a repeat of what we already did, basically. And I'm sure Marina would love to talk smack, which she already slightly did, saying that, earlier that when Lena Kitty asked if do we keep the picks and bans the same, and then Marina, as she always does, said like it makes any difference to you anyway. So
a little bit of smack talk.
Saying like already she's in her first tournament and she cannot avoid the fact that she needs to talk a bit of smack. But it's healthy competition. It breeds competition, and it only makes Lilies more determined to beat a Marina and Runner.
Exactly.
And put this Fairy Tale to a not a happy ending, but more of those, a sorrow ending. But we'll see how things will go for them, as soon will actually begin as well.
Exactly. We're almost at the picks and bans already. Of course, we are going to have 2 matches going on, Equinox versus Big Bonkers. The one, however, that we will be watching will be Fairy Tale versus Lilies, because we have not yet seen the Lilies in action today. So that's the one we're going to be looking at, because possibly they might be out, but they also might do the upset and do the reverse on the Fairy Tale ladies today. We are in the pick and bans, and Super Nation is the first map that we are going to ban. Lilies ban those. They don't want to play it. And Viridian Hills is banned by the ladies of the Fairy Tales. Decadence will be the first pick for this matchup. That's the first map we're going to see. And now the Lilies are deciding the second and the third map, basically. So let's see what they come up with. Attention will be the second map that we will play. And once again, we're going to maybe battle it out on Celestia with that incredible ending snipe possibilities and opportunities Decadence, Attention, and Celestia. Those are the maps we will be going into. And personally, I hope um it's gonna be a 3 mapper once again, because I mean that's what we're here for. I'm sure the ladies would like to close it out in 2 maps, but as a spectator and as a caster, I can't help but hope for that third map that we are going to see. But let's see what the plan is. We're going to start soon. Let me put also a good luck, have fun in chat. There you go. Good luck to all the ladies. We've got Runner and Marina versus Liz and Lena Kitty. And yeah, let's see if the result's going to be the same as earlier today, or if the Lilies are going to do the upset and take it back.
And it's very hard to say where things will go. I mean, we already know one of the results. It was 2-0 for the fairy tale side of things, but they are starting on a decadence, uh, as we already saw from the pick and bans, and definitely at least
Here we
from
go.
what we've seen when we saw them against Catgirl Maids, it looked pretty convincing. I will say that much. I mean, they've definitely Marina and Runner have definitely come here to, give everybody a bit of a headache and, and definitely not an easy time. And I'm sure Liz and Lena already know that from their first encounter. So, definitely gonna be a tough time for everybody involved. But I mean, if there's any team that can still give a trouble for Fairy Tail, I feel like Liz and Lena can definitely do it. They've been
They
absolutely
definitely can.
amazing, and there's only one way to find out who gets it this time. Fairy Tail
Here we go.
versus Lilies. Here we go.
Here we go. And it is Runner and Marina with the best start here on this track. Decadence, one of the new maps in the pool. Here we have that water section again. You do not want to go too far inside because you will get rug wheels and that will mess you up completely. But Marina and Runner come through that very nicely. Liz as well. Lena Kitty has made a mistake, so she's a little bit behind. It is up to Liz now to limit the damage here and take one of these ladies home. But now she has to release. That's an awkward line, and that will not go well. Let's see. Here we go with the ending. Marina in first place. Runner takes second, and the Fairy Tales, they start this out with a true fairy tale because the ace is on the board.
Definitely will be for this round. I mean, it is their pick, and it seems to be something that they are more than happy to play. But given the quality of Marina and Runner, I think they will be more than happy to play any map, to be honest. And Liz and Lena Kitty, I'm sure, are more than happy to give them a run for their money. Of course, this map maybe not as much, because usually we've seen that when teams pick their first map, it is basically been something they favor, and with Lena Kitty going a bit too ambitious on the inside there, it puts Liz in the running shoes. Well, against Runner, funnily enough, but she can definitely get more points out of it. But with not enough drifting in that corner, you will hit that wall. And yeah, and Fairy Tail will take a nice win. I mean, Marina, 41 ones, definitely not shy of doing some fast times. I mean, Sarah was doing 41 fives consistently. Marina seems to be upping it and doing 41 ones consistently, so almost half a second faster.
And there is the 6-0 on the board. 2 aces in a row. A very strong start for the Fairy Tales. And Liz and Lena need to step up their game, because otherwise this first map is going to be over. Or maybe they're just thinking, okay, let's just get this map out of the way and go to the actual map that we like. Who knows what their strat is. But for now, Marina and Runner in the lead. Liz, what happened there? She suddenly slowed down. Marina also slowing down, it seems. It is Runner who is taking over that second place, or that first place. But there's still, yeah, Liz taking over second. So now she has a chance here to put some points on the board. I think Lena Kitty, yeah, she's a little bit too far to make something happen there. And Liz actually, no, Lena Kitty bonking the finish. It won't matter for the score. It will be a win for the Fairy Tale ladies. And that will put the first points on the board for the Lilies. 8-1. It's still a 7-point gap, and it's track point for the Fairy Tales, but it's still possible. But it's gonna be hard.
Oh, it's gonna be extremely difficult, as Lena Kitty is still trying to find a bit of footing on the track. But we'll have to wait and see. At the moment, at least, the comfort of picking your own map first helps quite a bit for Fairy Tail. because at the
Oh my gosh.
moment, yeah, Fairy Tales, well, Fairy Tale to be more exact. It's not Fairy Tales as I sometimes tend to say, but I mean it's almost the same. But for now, at least, Fairy Tale are trying to get in touch
Ooh,
with
Liz.
the win here. Liz is trying to push it, but she needs to overtake Marina. And she doesn't even get
Wow.
the finish. She can go again. She doesn't even need to respawn. You could have gone again, technically, from that bonk there. But it is an ace for Fairy Tale. And, I mean, Marina definitely on the fast turn. It is 11-1. One's on the board. And one track point for Fairy Tale. Order is up and served.
There you go, 11-1. A very strong start for the Fairy Tale ladies. We're going to the next map, which is Attention, built by Rabbi. And the Lilies need to win this map if they want to stay in this tournament and continue to tomorrow. Otherwise, it will be the Fairy Tales who go to that lower bracket semi-final there, if I said it correctly. We have a 30 minutes, not 30 minutes, 30-second warm-up. 30 minutes would be a bit too long. And I'm not sure how the ladies will perform on this. Let's see how they do. But that's got to feel good for Fairy Tales, just to win the first map in a strong way. I mean, like you said, picking your first map, that's a comfort pick. You just want to have a good start because that just feels good, you know? And that will... sometimes it's all about momentum, and winning that first map is going to feel very nicely. The warm-up is over. We're going to go into the first round of this matchup, and here we go. We're off.
Yeah, and in warm-up, hopefully it isn't what signs to come. Marina Runner did literally crash in the same spot in warm-up. But at the moment we see Lina Kitty and Marina both touching the walls, but now with Lina Kitty doing it a bit earlier, she will have more speed and overtakes Marina. So now it's Runner and Liz up in front. Everybody's having a bit of a... I mean, Attention is one of the more complicated maps of the pool, so it's very easy to make mistake as Liz touches. It's the worst part to touch as well. And it's not really going well for anybody involved, but Marina coming swinging, coming in hot, and coming into second position, looking to get an ace for Fairy Tale. I mean, this is a round that has been giving a bit of everything. I mean, the only one that has survived at the moment through thick and thin has been Runner. I mean, she doesn't really have to do much, just get a nice safe win. And there she is. Marina does come in second. Liz is third. Lina is fourth. And everybody gets, well, I was about to say everybody gets points on the board. It's only Fairy Tale that does, but that could have gone either way because 3 out of the 4 drivers had a bit of a fumble to begin with.
Bit of a big fumble indeed. Runner, the only one who came through that cleanly and took the first place. Here we go, second round. We have already a mistake by Lina Kitty, unfortunately, bonking out there, and it is Marina and Runner neck and neck. Marina, though, touches that side, and she will slow down. It is now up to Runner to keep that first place for her team, so she can limit that damage. But Liz is in hot pursuit, and she will not take that lightly. Hopefully she can come through this corner differently now and not bonk it. She does have a lot of speed, it seems like, and I think she will be overtaking if she can manage not to touch there. She doesn't. Runner is still in the lead, but this is very close. You can see that Liz is pushing, and suddenly Marina coming through. What's happening here? She came out of freaking nowhere, and now it's another ace. Where did she come from?
Absolutely nowhere, but enough to take first position and steal away points from Lilies as well. It was the closest round we've seen so far, and Attention somehow delivers. You know, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. Definitely the map name says it all, and it just came out of nowhere, and it was a very good round, everything considered. But I mean, for Lilies, I mean, it's a nice round and everything, but there is still a 0 next to our name, yeah. And with Lina Kitty respawning, it again puts Liz needing to get first position to avoid as many points as possible for Fairy Tale. First would be nice, because then it will be 1 point for each, of course, because of the draw. But Marina and Runner...
First.
Yeah, I mean, but the problem is that that works fine for Fairy Tale. I mean, they're 6 points ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, they can take all the draws they want, as long as Lilies are not going to start acing them. They're more than happy to just, you know, give Liz first position, Unless Marina is trying to, well,
Ooh, a
trying
touch.
to attack, but she's not gonna make the jump. Marina, you don't have the speed. I'm not the one driving, and I know that, Marina. Come on. You know you cannot have the speed for it. I don't even drive the maps, and I know you won't have the speed. Come on, Marina. You can do better than that. Lena, um, having a bit of moment of thought, if anything.
There we go. 7-1. We're still 6 points ahead.
Hopefully there isn't any issues,
Yeah.
or I think Lena just saw that. Yeah, I made I had a bit of a fumble too many, and I thought
Bit
I'm
of a
never gonna
fumble.
get back up. There's no real reason. I'll
There
just
we go.
go next round. Oh, but
It is, however, match point now because if the Fairy Tales get another ace on the board, they will take this matchup home for themselves, which will already be a very good debut performance. Here we go. We have Liz and Marina neck and neck. The difference is 3,000. They're only 500ths of a second now. But who comes out of this with the most speed? I'm not sure. They're actually just equal last turn here. Coming up, and Liz is pushing it. You can tell she's pushing it. She does not want to give away those points. And oh, this is going to be a good one. Is anyone Marino with a better outside line there, so she is gonna have more speed. That was a beautiful outside dirt line. Liz second place, so it's not over yet. We have a win for the Fairy Tales, but yeah, we're gonna have to see 3 aces now for this to go well for the Lilies. It's still possible, but it's not looking likely. Marina is driving really, really well. And let's see if they can pull it out of their hat, but it's gonna be a tough task.
yeah, it's definitely a tough task, and currently there has been, Liz has been able to get into the match a bit better. It's just that Lena Kitty simply hasn't found her footing within those two maps, and Marina and Runner are more than happy to take advantage of that. And the problem at the moment is that they need the ace, but with Lena Kitty being almost 3 seconds behind, unless Marina and Runner have an absolute combustion in the end, or something completely goes wrong in the end, this is looking likely to be a repeat of the score for Fairy Tale, between Fairy Tale and Lilies. A 2-0 could be on the board. Will Marina show mercy? I doubt it. She will. But she does touch a wall.
Ooh.
And this time she knows she doesn't have the speed, but she cannot decide where to turn or where to go. But that's more than enough. It is still a draw. And with Lena Kitty not making the mistake, or not making the finish at the moment, well, it wouldn't have made much of a difference. It is a GG. 10-3 on the board, 2-0 for Fairy Tale, and that will be it for the Lilies for today. And
Exactly. Let's see about the other match. See if that's still going on. I think it is because we, of course, have Equinox versus the Big Bonkers,
no,
who
it
are
isn't
still.
actually.
No, actually, Equinox actually has taken the win there. The last map was 10-3. I think I came in just at the end of it. So GG to Equinox, Big Bonkers. We have to say goodbye to as well. Just like the
Mm-hmm.
Lilies, ladies have played very well, but it was not quite enough to make it to the last bits here. But there we go. And now we can take a look at the bracket because
Mm-hmm.
these were your last rounds for this day. And tomorrow we're looking at the upper bracket final, which is Meow versus the Birds of Prey. They're gonna battle it out for a spot in that grand final. And if you lose that matchup, you have to go through the lower bracket final first. Of course, we have the lower bracket semi-final, which is going to be the Fairy Tales versus Equinox, which I think is also going to be a very interesting matchup to see. The one who wins that matchup will be in the lower bracket finals versus the one who lost, Meow and Birds of Prey. And unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to one of those, and they will end up in fourth place. We've got our 4 teams: Meow, Birds of Prey, Fairy Tale, and Equinox. And I think we're looking at a very good matchup tomorrow. A very good day for racing.
Everything is coming up Millhouse, and Fairy Tale and Equinox. Now that is an interesting matchup that I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to tomorrow. So Meow and Birds of Prey as well, but I mean, given that we will go probably with the angle that we will go from the lower bracket to make sure we get to get a glimpse of everything and every single team throughout the tournament for the day number 2, that Fairy Tale and Equinox maps, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, Meow did beat Equinox, but I will say that I think Equinox definitely knows that they can do better. Pepper and Linko, because I think Linko didn't, compared to what we've seen from Linko before and today, I think Linko definitely has
Yeah.
more in the gas tank than she did.
And a day to prepare for it.
Yeah, and prepare as well. So they can definitely put in,
Exactly.
a few more hours or a few more preparations for tomorrow as well. We can always go. Well, we can definitely go back to our point of view as well. I mean, yeah. So definitely everything is still possible, and I think Equinox are more than eager to go up against the new stuff. And I already see a question in chat: when do the maps drop as well? There will be a teaser tomorrow as well, just to give everybody a bit of stuff as well. Tomorrow there will be a teaser as well, what the maps will be, and most likely we will also update everything in the campaigns and everything to show the new maps as well. There will be 2 new maps that will be involved in the December event, making the total of the map pools to 9. Of course, we will, because of the map pool being 9, we will switch to best of 5s and best of 7s as well. So, I mean, there's plenty to go for, but that is for tomorrow. So we don't jump the gun just yet, but that at least you know what we have in store for you tomorrow. But today has been a great day, I will say. There's been good matches,
Good matches today.
and it only makes me more excited for tomorrow.
Yes. I think we're going to have a great match day tomorrow. We have 3 rounds and, of course, double matchup in the first round. So we have to pick one of those. And then we're going to focus on the lower bracket final and the grand final. GG to all the teams today. We've said goodbye to a couple of teams, but of course, we hope to see them in the December event because that's going to be a banger as well, I'm sure. But for now, tomorrow is the banger for this weekend because we're going to see the top 4 battle it out on the maps. Best of 5s initially, and then of course the grand final is going to be a best of 3 initially, and the grand final is going to be a best of 5. So I'm looking forward to this, and of course I'm looking to have some matches that go to the last maps. I want to see some battle going on here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want to see
looking forward to
some
it
teams
as
battling it out.
yeah, I mean, we will of course be looking forward to all of the matches. I mean, everything is very much possible, and I mean, the fairy tale is still alive. The cats and the birds are gonna show what they can do, and Equinox, well, Equinox maybe the equilibrium to maybe get tomorrow off to a better start than I
Put
think
an
they
end
can.
to the fairy tale, maybe. Who
Yeah, and as
knows?
well, yeah, because like I said, like I think Equinox is a lot more in the tank, and definitely a lot more, definitely a lot more to give than they did yesterday. Well, not yesterday. I'm already speaking like I'm there tomorrow already. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself there. But yeah, but I'm excited
I'm
as
excited.
well. Uh,
And we hope you are too, of course. We're going to hopefully see you guys tomorrow at 7. The first round is going to start at 7 CET. So, same time as Cup of the Day, but of course, who wants to play Cup of the Day when you can watch the Women's Racing League? So, we hope to see you there, and we all hope you have a really good time today. And yeah, 4 teams battling it out. I can't wait. Quick fire predictions, Critty?
Big fire predictions. I think Birds of Prey from the upper bracket final and lower bracket again. Coach Bias Fairy Tale.
Okay.
Unless Equinox is more than willing to prove them wrong, and I'm sure Marina is more than happy to equally do some smack talking in between today and tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure she is. She's willing.
I'm sure she's more than happy to put
She's
a bit.
more than willing.
But yeah,
All
we'll
right.
see how things will go. But for the time being, anything else you want to add for today?
No, I don't think so. I think my quick fire would be Birds of Prey, and I think Equinox. But hey, happy to be proven wrong as always, which I'm usually am. So actually, I think I'm half-half at
I
this
think
point.
it can be a 50-50. It just depends if
Yeah.
Linko and Pepper can find that extra bit in the tank that they were missing today. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I'm sure Fairy Tail definitely cannot take it easy.
I
And
think it's gonna be a close matchup, whatever it is. Like, I don't think it's gonna be a sweep. They're
Oh,
gonna battle for it for sure.
it has definitely a map 3 potential there, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. That's what we're going for, right? That's what we want to see.
That's what we want to see, more of that to come. But for now,
Exactly.
that will be it for us today. Remember, tomorrow at 7 p.m. CET, there is the brackets and everything. If you want to take a look what happened yesterday, the VOD will be on the stream as well. Thank you everybody who joined. Thank you for being here, and hopefully you will not leave that seat. You will stay awake the entire night and waiting for tomorrow to start. No, actually, go get some
Exactly.
sleep if you have to. Sleep is for the people that need it, and of course, everybody needs their beauty sleep to look fabulous, excited, and ready to go for tomorrow. So, without further ado, thank you for being here with us. Thank you
Bye
for being
bye.
with me here as well today, Vey, and tomorrow we'll
Thank you,
have
Pretty.
an awesome time, I'm sure of it. So, for now, bye bye, everybody. Wave
Bye bye.
goodbyes, winkers, whatever emotes
All the
everybody has.
winkers.
Bye bye,
See you,
everybody.
everybody. See you tomorrow.